In this video, we are going to connect our Flexmls database to ChatGPT from OpenAI using Flexmls MCP, that's Model Context Protocol Server. This is going to allow us to go into ChatGPT and ask questions, ChatGPT will then go and search the Flexmls database, our MLS listing database, and pull back answers for us. The very first thing we have to do before we can set this up inside of our AI of choice, we have to go into Flexmls and enable the MCP, the Model Context Protocol Server. So here we are in Flex. I'm going to go to my menu. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. Under Preferences, we have AI Settings. If you don't see AI Settings at the bottom of your Preferences menu inside the main menu, your MLS administrator your MLS administrator has not turned on the MCP server for your MLS or your association. Contact them, see if they'll get that turned on. But if it is there, like it is for my association, you'll click on AI Settings. It'll come up, say MCP server. It says disabled. You want to make sure it says enabled. You can go into MCP server settings if you want. This is just going to tell you what I'm about to show you. This is going to tell you, go to your AI client, add this URL. There's nothing in there that you have to click on or anything. That's just instructions. Once we have this, now let's head over to our AI platform that we want to use. You may have noticed that I just changed shirts. That's because a week after I shot the ChatGPT video on how to connect it to Flexmls, OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT, changed the entire user interface. It is so completely different that it took me a few minutes to dig around and figure out how to get back into this. So this is a new video, and thanks, OpenAI. All right, here we are. We're inside ChatGPT. Now we have already turned on the MCP server in the AI settings inside Flexmls. I'm going to go to ChatGPT, and I am going to enable the MCP server, the connection inside here. So the first thing we do is we go down to our name in the bottom left corner. I am on the paid account, the plus account. That's the $20 a month account. I do not believe this works on the free version. You can give it a try, but I think there's at least some limitations. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go to Settings. On the settings screen, I'm going to go to Plugins. We're going to add a custom plugin. So the first thing we have to do is we have to enable developer mode. Right here at the bottom, it says developer mode. Click on that. You'll see it actually takes us to the security and login screen, but I'm doing it through the plugins because it's all tied together into what we're doing today. Now we're on the security and login page. We're going to scroll down. We have to enable developer mode. So click the toggle to turn on developer mode. If you don't turn on developer mode, you can't add a custom plugin. Then we need to turn on the CSP. We'll turn on that toggle. The CSP is a security protocol that keeps data from being shared that you don't want shared. Flex has this set up, but we're turning on the CSP just to be safe. All right, now that we have both of those enabled, we're going to go back to plugins. We're going to go to Browse Plugins. This is where we will add the new plugin, is under Browse Plugins. Here on the plugin page, you can see all the different plugins you can add in. You can add in Notion if you're a Notion user, or Asana. There's something in there for Gmail. You've got Canvas inside there. There's all kinds of plugins if you want to go look at those. But what we want to do is we want to add a custom one because ChatGPT doesn't automatically have the Flexmls MCP server available to you as a standard plugin. We're going to go to this plus sign right here. Click plus. This opens up the new plugin screen. I'm not going to add an icon. You could if you wanted to. It helps you visually. I'm going to come down and name it. So I'm going to name it LAR MLS, just the Lubbock Association of Realtors MLS connection. I've already typed this before, so it popped up and gave me the answer automatically. This connects the Flexmls server, or connects to the Flexmls MCP server at the Lubbock Association of Realtors. Now I'm going to type in the connection. This is a server URL, so you have to start with https:// If your MLS administrator sent you a different URL than what I'm about to type in, use that. This is the URL that was sent to me by my MLS administrator, which is mcp.flexmls.com/MCP. We want to leave it on OAuth for the authentication. And then we're going to come down and we're going to check this box that says, I understand I'm connecting to an MCP server that Flex does not know anything about. And I am verifying that, yes, I want to connect my account to this. So we connect that and we click the create button. And here we are. I cut that part of the video out a little bit. It took about 60 seconds, maybe 45 seconds for it to connect. Now we're at the authentication screen. We have to log in to our MLS account. So I'm going to click the sign in button. This brings me to my FlexMLS login screen. I'm going to log in with my standard credentials that I use, which I'm not going to show, but I'm going to log in with my standard credentials. Here we go. LAR MLS is installed. So I've now installed my MLS server, or my connection to my MLS server. I'm going to start a new chat. The first question I'm going to ask is I'm going to ask it to simply show me my listings. Go. It pulled my current listings. Well, I should have said active listings. I should have said show me my active listings, but instead it showed me all these. I've got a pending, some closed listings. Anyway, there we go. FlexMLS is now connected, or my large language model, ChatGPT, is now connected to FlexMLS server. I can access and ask questions straight from ChatGPT. This is a great tool. I hope you go out and make great use of it.